We got him. The Indianapolis Colts have signed their quarterback, not only of next year, but of the future. He's from Duke. He's a freak athlete, and he's ready to lead a team to success for the first time, long time. Sometimes you got to run into a few walls before you get to the championship title. Sometimes you got to slay a few dragons before you get to the princess. Sometimes you got to be on the Giants, then on the Vikings, and then you find yourself in Indianapolis. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones, has signed with the Indianapolis Colts on a one-year, $14 million deal. And look out, AFC South. Look out, AFC. We got our guy. Now, there is a clip circulating, and I don't love this, from 2023 when I was talking about the Daniel Jones, Shane Steichen partnership and how magical it could be.
Mm-hmm.
It could be something special. What Shane Steichen was able to do with Jalen Hurts now, obviously, Jalen Hurts is now a Super Bowl champion, and Jalen Hurts is making $51 million a year. And Jalen Hurts has never been cut. Actually, others have been cut. Kenny Pickett actually sent to the Cleveland Browns yesterday. He was his backup quarterback. DTR now comes into Philadelphia to back up Jalen. So Jalen has never had the situation that Daniel Jones has had. But if you look at the body, look at the legs on Daniel Jones. Look at the upper body on Daniel Jones. Look at the running ability of Daniel Jones. And obviously, he can spin it with some slants, and he can hit whenever he has to. Now, will he be able to make the right decision all the time? We shall see. He's a Duke guy. Should have a high IQ. But he and Shane Steichen with Pittman and the boys. Hello, goodbye to the bad times. Hello to the great times. Daniel Jones is now a quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts, and I'll tell you what, I'm pumped up. Way to go, Ballard. Ballard's in his bag. He's been making a lot of moves. 9-year NFL vet, former Indianapolis Colt, host of Everything DB, Good D, Bad D. Darius J. Butler is here. D-Butts, you and me both saying the same thing. We got our guy. $14 million, 1 year, Daniel Jones.
Steal.
Not a lot of money in the quarterback room. And if this guy can come waltzing in here, if Indiana Jones can solve the mystery of how the hell to make this Colts team a professional team again and make them a good football team, I'm all the way in. Welcome to town, Danny. And I know you feel the same exact way, Derek.
I wouldn't go that far, unfortunately. You mentioned everything, DB. Dan Jones has made a few appearances on there on both sides. You know, he's made some plays, but he's given up some as well. But we always talk about on this show the Sam Darnolds of the world, the Baker Mayfields, the Genos. He can kind of hit that trajectory as well, getting here with Shane Steichen and figure it out and hopefully turning that corner in his career. Chris Ballard talked about it at the Combine. He's going to bring in a guy to compete with Anthony Richardson, and this is what this is. $14 million, that's a lot of money. You expect this guy to have a real chance to get out there and start.
Yeah.
I saw Dan O say, hey, does AR ask for a trade? No.
Should. Absolutely. Fresh start. New building.
He doesn't ask for a trade.
Massive upside. If you're one of the other 31 teams, and, you know, Kevin O'Connell comes over to AR immediately after the game and says, you're a great football player, you're everything.
True.
Hey, don't think about it, you know, especially with, you know, Daniel Jones coming here now. And Tom Pelissero is reporting that J.J. McCarthy in line to be the starter for the Minnesota Vikings. So congrats to J.J.
Right, JJ.
Excited to see him do his thing with J.J. and Addison and Hawk and Aaron Jones and Kevin O'Connell. But I think if you're one of the other 31 teams, remember what you thought about Anthony Richardson. A lot of upside. Guy's got a ton of potential. It's going to cost you. Okay, you don't just get for number 4 overall pick for just a 6th or 7th rounder. No, you're obviously going to put value on this man because that is the ability. But you know, maybe he does ask for a trade, and maybe a fresh new start somewhere else is what Anthony Richardson needs. And you know what? If that's the case, if he does look to go somewhere else, we will appreciate the hell out of his time in this city. And we will be thankful that we were able to be like grade school for him to learn how to play football and be a football player and be a professional and everything like that. And I think he would have massive success somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's got to learn how to be a pro for sure. And, you know, Colts Nation's torn on Anthony Richardson. And Colts Nation has kind of
the more they learn about him, though, they probably wouldn't be torn if I had
We've been on a QB carousel since Andrew Luck retired. You know, you're going from Peyton in the great years of Peyton. Andrew Luck had a good run, and then since then it's been that cycle. It's been Phillip Rivers, it's been Carson Wentz, it's been this guy, it's been that guy. So do we look at this as a long-term answer? No.
What? He's 27?
There's a chance.
He's 27 years old.
There is a chance.
At least 10 years.
There is a chance. But
guys are playing in their 40s.
Exactly.
We made some great moves on defense.
Forget the defense. We will get into great moves on defense. Shout out Mooney coming to town.
Hell yeah, all-pro Mooney.
The prize possession at corner, where's he coming? Indianapolis. Kevin O'Connell was over there salivating over Daniel Jones. Sorry about it, but he's coming to Indianapolis. I mean, we We made some plays. Let's go to the talks table at Boston Connor. And Bruce Brown sitting in once again for Ty. Please send all your love to Ty and his family. We can't wait to see you soon, Ty. Conman, the New England Patriots had a great free agency start. We will get into that.
For sure.
But when you talk about the Indianapolis Colts, feels like Chris Ballard is making moves to try to change a little culture and let's heighten the professionalism of this operation a little bit.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
A lot of it.
Yeah, Mooney Ward and then also Cam Bynum, huge for their secondary, especially when you look at, the teams in the division with C.J. Stroud throwing the ball all over the yard and, Trevor Lawrence, you assume they're still going to be spinning it. So those are two massive in the secondary. But looking at Daniel Jones, this is the first real competition, hey, we're not just bringing in some vet to show you the ropes. Now we're bringing in a guy who's in his 20s who can really put the pressure on you, who really could be the future of this team. So if you are AR, sure, Flacco last year, you're looking at one of the all-time greats, behind you, but he's more so there to kind of help you along. Now when you're looking at Daniel Jones, if you're Anthony Richardson, you're looking over your shoulder at one of the possible all-time greats. I mean, we can't.
We don't know.
We can't know.
He's still got 15 years left on his career.
Guy's 27.
Did I miss a pre-production meeting?
This guy's 27
Did you watch the playoff game?
Hold on. Don't say anything. Don't say anything, actually. Foxy, can you go back to the beginning? Let's go ahead and turn some sound on. What did you miss? Everything, apparently. Hit that, please.
Oh, shit.
This is what you missed.
Oh, wait, is this a playoff game?
Yeah, it might not be, but
Get it!
Yeah.
Stiff arm! That's what you missed. That's what you missed.
What's up, Patrick Peterson?
Boom! That's what he did. Boom!
Oh.
Boom!
Darius Slayton, what? Meet your new best friend.
Give me another one. Oh!
See how tight that
I
spiral
could
was?
have cut glass.
Spin it. You can
Just
spin
listen to music, bro. Get lost in it.
It's good beat.
Look at this dart.
Touchdown.
Isaiah Hodgins, who?
That's playoff touchdown, brother.
Beat Alec Pierce.
That's playoff touchdown right there, brother.
Threw for 301 and 2 tutties in the playoffs.
Is that good? Look how tight that's. Yeah. And I don't want to remind everybody every single time I talk about this. Anthony Richardson, obviously, massive upside and can still continue to get better. But as we watch these darts from Danny Dimes from 10 years ago, let's make sure we remind everybody.
Yeah, of course.
Anthony Richardson, okay, his 2024 completion percentage, 47.7. Okay, NFL average is 65.3. Relative to the league, Richardson had the least accurate passing season in the history of the NFL. Okay, now let alone everything else that's potentially happening, not on the field, the professionalism part and being a leader of a team, and did he even have a chance walking into that locker room with how they were operating? Probably not.
Tough, yeah.
Probably not, especially whenever he only played like 5-6 games throughout the entirety of his high school and college career somehow, and is still as good as he is. When you talk about just walking into a place and having no idea what to expect or what's going on, I think that's Anthony Richardson, number 4 overall pick, massive upside. Is he going to be able to get there? We have no idea. Will he have the work ethic to get there? We have no idea. Will he have the professionalism to pay attention to every single detail about how he presents himself, how he operates, and how he goes about his business on the day-to-day? Treatment in meetings, in workouts, and being on time.
Important.
Being early. All these things about being a professional. Will AR do that this offseason? Maybe. Especially now that there's a little bit more pressure and that they publicly announced that we're going to bring in some competition. But for me, Danny Dimes, sure, he's thrown some pick sixes.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sure, he's looked terrible at times.
He's tripped over.
But he doesn't have a 47.7 completion percentage.
Well,
I assume he shows up on time to everything.
Certainly.
I assume he'll be a guy that'll be like, yeah, I'm an NFL quarterback. I'm going to be a professional. So nonetheless, it'll be good for AR to either see it or it'll be good for a 27-year-old to get paid $14 million as a starting quarterback in the NFL with a Shane Steichen offense. Now, I don't know if Chris Ballard is done with the big prize hunting and everything like that in this free agency period, but I think there's some trades you could probably make too to make this team even better. Some really good pieces on our team that we could certainly get the hell out of town.
No doubt.
And maybe get some things back so we have a massive draft as well.
Yeah.
You're talking about a couple more pieces being added in here, and if Danny can play good football, like we saw with that incredible beat behind it, look out! for the Indianapolis Colts. Look out for Danny Dimes' resurgence, just like all the boys had.
I'm sure Bruce agrees wholeheartedly.
Bruce Brown, Giants fan, you've seen him more than anybody.
I'll tell you what, yesterday I may have been a little hard on Danny Dimes, but this morning, thinking back over it, 2022, we were just watching the playoff win highlights. 2023, we let him get sacked 1,000 times. His legs snapped in half. He had a neck. He basically
had no chance.
He basically died on the field in 2023. Comes back in 2024, a little shell shocked, and now he gets a fresh start right here. And of all the knocks, the turnovers, the fumbles, the not being able to set a protection pre-snap, all that stuff, you do not have to worry about him coming in, working hard, putting his head down, no matter what. And he is a tough son of a gun.
And with that being said, over rush yards always a hit for Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
So that's good for us, especially in a state that has legalized gambling. And also, something you need to think about, okay? Sam Darnold, what happened whenever he went somewhere?
27-year-old.
Baker Mayfield, when he went around and came back to another place. Even Kirk Cousins will say, whenever he went around to a new place. You know, you learn a little bit. You get a little perspective. And whenever he has Shane Steichen calling the place, Shane Steichen.
I thought we weren't doing that with the Pro Bowl anymore. We made that decision.
I know he was like the 15th alternate. Doesn't matter. Still had a Pro Bowl jersey.
Okay.
And we're one play away from winning the AFC South.
play away.
Hosting a playoff game with Gardner Minshew. No offense, Gardner. Dog. All right, absolute dog. Gardner vastly different than Daniel Jones. So let's have a little faith that Shane Steichen maybe going to be a little bit more of an accountability-driven coach. We'll hope for.
Maybe.
Maybe the building will get like that a little bit.
Maybe.
But also with him drawing up plays, he understands Danny Dimes' weakness. Danny Dimes understands his weakness. Danny Dimes already been paid. So Danny Dimes ain't going to be scared to, you know what I mean? No. We got a little bit more of this.
Yeah, he's gonna
a little
have
bit
to.
more of that.
You
You know?
convince me.
Yeah, he's going to have to.
Some RPOs.
Convinced you?
Yeah.
You were all in this morning.
Well, back and forth, but you guys,
Never back and forth. He was out.
Yeah, it was a tough scene for sure. But my real worry is that Shane Steichen does completely just turn into shite stinking.
What?
With the O line now that is left, I mean, Bill Fries and Ryan
Fries
Kelly
just
both
got
suck.
$88 million.
Yeah,
We missed him last year, I realized.
Yeah, he got hurt early, and the offensive line's a huge problem, And when you're looking at Daniel Jones, the biggest thing when he was with the Giants, hey, the offensive line stinks, so Daniel Jones
Used to it.
ipso facto stinks. No, used to stinking behind a shite O-line. So you got to worry about best skill positions he's ever played with by far. He went to the KOC middle school, if you will, of quarterback, and now he's with Shane Steichen, hopefully who stays as Shane Steichen and not shite stinking, because we've seen how it turns.
Just think.
It turns bad, brother.
We just saw the Houston Texans trade Laramie Tunsil. Okay? We can package together a couple Pro Bowlers. And we could probably get a couple big boys. Come right in here to Indianapolis. I think Chris Ballard is still cooking. Now,